Hey y'all.
Hey y'all.
Welcome back to another edition of Tipsy Talk where sometimes we're tipsy, but all the time we talk.
All the time.
Rounds all around. Okay. So let's start with what you drinking. What you drinking, twin?
Today I'm drinking Crown Apple with a few little mix-ins.
All right then, girl. That is a cocktail.
Yeah, that's my go-to. And Crown Apple, or really Crown Peach is my go-to, but where I'm at, they don't sell Crown Peach right now. So
Where are you, twin?
I had to
In a
get
secret location?
always. Mm, I don't tell too much of that, but yeah, they didn't have the peach in that size. So I'm just going off with the apple.
Well, I have got oh faithful bum, bum, ba, Don Julio.
Oh, not that little icon.
Yes, so I got that from Kamisha Reviews. Shout out to Kamisha Reviews. You know, that's my new mentor. You know what I'm saying? So she got me
Mhm.
together with some nice little graphics.
Okay.
Yes. So today we are going to be talking about a doozy. It seems like we have a doozy every week though.
Yeah, each one.
So today we're talking about women and whether they would be with a gender fluid man or not.
I think it's turning into more than likely, yes. Because more than likely you have already. You just didn't know.
I am a hard no.
Okay. But oh, we forgot to say if you do have any drink recommendations, please make sure y'all let us know.
Oh yeah.
Hit us up. Give us some recipes, things like that, so we can try 'em.
And no beer.
And no beer.
I was so excited about this topic, I forgot all about the suggestions
Right.
because this is becoming a bigger thing because people are just not being honest with themselves.
Hmm.
Like, I couldn't do it, but I don't judge anybody for what they got going on in their bedroom neither. But I just feel like let's just normalize being honest with people. Like, what is the point of hiding it? Because it's gonna come out.
Right. I think that a lot of people that are in those situations either a they're open to it, or I think b they already were with or have been with the person for so long that they've decided to stay.
Yeah, because in my mind, when it comes to this subject, I can think of two couples that we all know. Now, the first one I'll say allegedly because everybody wanna, you know, act like they don't really know what's public knowledge. But since he's a hot topic anyway, Will Smith and Jada,
Hmm.
we know they have an open marriage. It's
Right.
alleged that Dwayne Martin is in the mix somewhere.
Exactly.
And Jada's not gonna go anywhere. And then another couple is what was his name? His name is Brock and Amber from Love and Hip Hop.
Hmm.
Now they just was on marriage boot camp, and that was their main problem was that she's still with him, but she resents the fact that he is fluid. Like, you can't stay in a relationship but be still mad about something. Like,
Yeah, like you either accepting it or not. If
right.
not, move on. I don't get that.
Yeah. Jada is fine with it. She's there, she's in it. She's not going anywhere.
I don't think she's fine with it. I think it's like she's using that as a pawn to do
What she
to
wanna
be
do?
ill to yeah to be ill to will. Like I feel like it's very present that she does not represent herself well as a wife. And like at first, I didn't mind her in the entanglement because I definitely understand if it was an understanding, and they agreed upon it. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But I
Yeah.
feel like the way she doesn't stand beside him, I feel like is where what I mean. Like, and I think all of it boils down to the alleged in question. Like,
What's
I feel
crazy
like,
is I never even thought about it like that.
yeah, like she never really stands beside him in any situation. Even the latest, like you haven't seen her speak out about it, even stand with him in it. I didn't see any signs of affection, gratitude. I didn't even see her hug him or go up to him. You know how women like we touch. So I didn't even see her put her hand on top of his, like, baby, it's gonna be all right. Nothing.
Or like even if she stood in the slap, like that's right, baby.
Yeah, nothing. She laughed and that was the end. Like, I seen grown men console him. I never see his own wife console him. So I
Yeah,
just feel
even
like, but
at that table talk when they came out with the whole entanglement thing,
yeah, it's
he was
always
just so
dry.
broken and she was just exactly dry.
But I think it's, if, like we said, allegedly, if this is a thing, you know, her emotion for him, as far as like that, might have been gone. It's more so probably a business partnership. Like they said, we best friends. And I really see that. Like, it's probably just a partnership.
Yeah. And then on the flip side with Aaron Burr and Brock, it's definitely not a business partnership. But I think you know what? I feel like it have had to turn into a business relationship. Hence the fact that they were on marriage boot camp. Because let's just be frank, that's a check.
Hmm.
Um, because she just is still like she even more angry now than she was on Love and Hip Hop. But I
And
think
yeah,
that
you said, I was about to say, you said that was on Love and Hip Hop how long ago? Because, like, if they're on the
this
show
was a
again,
minute ago.
right. So it's been over 5 years. I know it has been over 5 years. So,
And when she was on Love and Hip Hop, that's when she actually found out what he was doing. So like up until that's what they portrayed to us.
mhm.
So what they portrayed to us was that everything was fine and dandy, and then once people got wind of them being on Love and Hip Hop, things started to float around, and that's when he came out to her and told her that he also have been with men or whatever.
Okay.
So she actually did break up with him for a while, but they got back together. And then I
Mhm.
guess within those years of her getting back with him, the resentment was just still there. So then they came over to marriage boot camp.
Oh, because now they're married.
No, they not even married, which why they shouldn't even been on there.
Oh, okay. Because I'm like, I haven't seen them, so I'm not sure. But I'm gonna say, wow. Well, if she went along with marriage, this really, like, why are we still talking about this?
So basically, love and marriage.
Maybe they're on their way for marriage. Maybe they're
Exactly, that's what I
engaged.
was about to say. They so basically, marriage boot camp is to see, are y'all gonna keep on with this relationship, or are y'all gonna go ahead and get married? Y'all
Right.
gonna go y'all separate ways.
Okay. So
Yeah,
yeah, I don't know. Once she said yes, like, what is she? What I don't understand about women or men, because let's be honest, it's a lot of gender fluid women too.
yeah,
So I what I don't understand is, why do people agree or continue and expect? Are you asking for this person to stop? Like, are you asking for this man to stop sleeping with men, or are you expecting him to not sleep with anyone outside of you because he's in a relationship? Because that's
right.
something more understanding to me than you just don't want him fucking men. Like, well, you're with somebody that's biased, or like you said, biased with gender fluid. Like, you with somebody that's open. So are you more upset because it's another guy or trans woman?
From how she acts and things that she have said, she kind of like, well, she don't know who she can trust you with. Like, are you looking at the girl? Are you looking at the man? It was just too much. But then at that point, if that's too much, you're doing not only yourself a disservice, but you're doing him a disservice because why are you still with him? Now on marriage boot camp, she did leave him at the end of the show. They
Oh,
went their
okay.
separate ways or whatever. But on the damn thing, you know how after the show be over, they show the people with the little words under there, like, well, they
Mhm.
did decide to start working it out or whatever. I think that she still didn't end up leaving, but that's where what you said comes to mind because, like, girl, you just with him so y'all can keep making checks.
Yeah, because now it's like it's kind of like when people end up with a fetish. Like it
Mm-hmm.
now it's like a fetishized relationship. Like it's something that's intriguing you about this. Like who's to say you're not even engaging in the activities with her man? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's
I
a
wish
lot
that
of
was a
people that do that.
question. Like,
Yeah,
did you
because it's a lot
engage
of
and you regretted it type thing?
exactly because there's a lot of women out here that's actually done the engaging, but they don't want it to be long term. I've seen that too. Like they're okay with their man being open and curious, but it's more so like it's we're gonna try it together and then it should stop. Like no, he might want to continue, just like anybody that's doing threesomes or whatever. You think it's that one and done, and then they continue asking, and then they end up doing it without you, shit like that. So you just
Exactly.
gotta remember, anything you open, once you open Pandora's box, it's over.
And that just goes back to what any relationships need. And it's the fact that y'all don't have no type of communication.
Mm,
Because why aren't y'all communicating with what you want, what you don't want, what you're going to accept, what you don't want to accept? And then once you set those boundaries, if you bypass the boundaries and start doing stuff that you said you would not do, you can no longer be mad. Prime example, I've been in a situation that I never thought I would be in when it comes to love. And I'm not talking about gender fluid or anything like that. I'm just saying boundaries. I did things that I thought I would never do. But then I can't be mad at that person because I'm going against myself at that point.
exactly. It's your moral compass that's tilting. So, but it's
Right.
just like, it never makes sense to me. Like I've always, and I've talked to a lot of women about this, and it's always like, what, huh? How could you? But I've always asked any man I've dealt with, do they find other men attractive? Is there something that they into? And of course, you get the what the fuck, but I want to make sure I'm putting that out there because I don't want you to ever say that that wasn't something we could have discussed. Because I've asked you,
Right.
simple and plain. And now you even like back then, now you even have to mention trans women, people like non-binary. You have to mention everything now.
Yeah.
It's not so easy as black and white, but you have to ask these questions because you're gonna end up hurt if it's something that's a yes or no. So let's talk about it. You said absolutely not. Why is that?
I just can't see myself with a man that wants to be with men. That's just me personally.
Mm,
I don't want to I don't want to have intercourse with someone that's doing that.
okay. So let's give a scenario. You're already with this person and you've been with them. Yeah, I might even be married. And he says this is something he wants to try. What's your next move?
That's a deal breaker for me. I'm going to get checked and I'm leaving.
Okay. You leaving even from him saying this as a thought?
Oh, you said it's a thought of his?
Right. He comes to you as his wife and he's letting you know that this is something he might wants to explore. What
I
is
think I
your
would
next move?
I think I would still have to leave.
Okay.
I I can't honestly say what I would do, but me and my mind frame right now, I think I will have to leave.
Okay. How many men do you think that you've been with are honestly DL?
Me, I don't think I'd ever been with a DL man.
Okay. Do you know the percentage? Because it's 3 out of 5. So that
I'm
means
gonna
if you
say
see a
I'm
group
gonna
of
have to
five,
say I'm gonna have to say zero because I cannot.
if you see
I
five, if you
cannot.
see a group of 5 people, 3 out of 5,
No,
there you go.
I cannot. Oh,
I mean, I think, but that's what I'm saying. I think we got to get realistic on it. Like, I think every woman has been with either a curious man or a man who's actually done a deed. I don't think every man that is has done it, but I do think it's a lot of curious people. Curious
I
men.
never have even fathomed the thought of this.
Well, yeah, see, we have to do that because, like, I mean, especially, we see it all the time. Exposure, exposure, exposure. It's getting even worse,
Right.
now. So it's very common. Like it's not so much secretive as it was, especially back when we was kids. Like, no, this shit is taking root. And that's why, I mean, you have, like, I have a few you have the trans sisters and people like that saying, like, yeah, we're gonna be around. Like, we've always been around. They love us unicorns. Like, that's a thing. So I think we have to just get realistic in knowing that it's a lot of men holding these secrets
Yeah.
because of the stigma of, if this is you or you do want to explore, your whole world's gonna fall apart.
And I just want to preface this by saying I don't judge anybody. I love everybody. Um, and I do feel like what you do in your bedroom is your business. And that's even another topic because I just don't even like these titles anyway. Like, I
Yeah,
feel
like,
like be who you are. Don't worry about what the next person doing. Mind your business. What they do in their bedroom is their business.
yeah. I
But
don't think it's judging at all. I think it's a preference. Some people would prefer,
exactly.
just like you could prefer a body type. You can prefer to have someone who's heterosexual. Like, there's nothing wrong with that.
What I'm saying is, I feel like you shouldn't have to wear that as a name tag on your shirt. I feel like if you're going into a relationship, yes, tell the person, be honest and tell the
Mhm.
person what you like. Because even if you like that person and you feel like they're not going to accept you, just be honest with them because it's not going to last if you don't. And then there's people out here that do like that.
Right. I think for me, it's situational. And I
So
say that
flip the
because,
question on you, twin. What would you do?
yeah, I think for me, it's situational. Like, of course, I would love to say 1,000% no, but I think I'm more realistic as far as, like, if I'm in a solidified marriage, I'm happy. We've been together, let's say, 20 years, and my husband come up to me and he's had an experience. And let's even say he had the experience back in college days, and he finally told me, I'm not
Mhm.
leaving my husband for something that you did 20 years ago. Or let's say he has a new experience that he may not have. See, I'm more so, is it a thought process or did you do these things? Because it might have been something that came into your thought. Because people are freaky. Like, I'm not going to
Mhm.
say men.
That's a fact.
People are freaky, and some people have things, especially you search their history, you'll be shocked of the things that some people watch. You know what I mean?
Right.
So for me, I'm more understanding. I feel like if it's a thought, then you put action into this. Now, once again, that's if I'm deep already in a relationship with you and we're married.
Mhm.
Now, if you've done an action while we're married, you gotta go. But that would be even with a woman. It don't matter who it is. If
Right.
you stepped out on me and we're married, no, well, I'm not handling that well. Now, if I'm meeting somebody and they tell me, I'm bi, then I would definitely decline because um I don't want to compete with no man. I don't want
Exactly.
I don't want it to be a space because what I can do, you will never be able to do, and it's vice versa.
Mhm.
So I just don't want to be, and I'm not a insecure woman in no ship. So I just feel like I'm not gonna start now. Like, I just feel like if my man was also, and then it'll be also like, are you only trying to be romantic? Is this something like you want an actual relationship? Like, are we going to have like how we kind of spoke on the alleged relationship with Will and Dwayne? Is that what you looking at, or is it more so sexual? So
Right.
it's just a lot of questions. But I would definitely decline if it's like straight up like, I'm bi and I'm into you. I would just have to be like, I'm not serious enough for a bad man. I'm just not. Cause I'm gonna always have a joke. Like I'm ignorant. Like I'm not even gonna take that serious. Like
That's
what?
what I'm saying. Like,
I wouldn't be able to do that. Like in the moment you play with me, I'm gonna always have a little 1-2 for you. Like I'm gonna always bring that shit up. So I'm just not even serious enough. I mean, I haven't grown up enough to take that serious, but I will definitely respect, somebody let me know, but I will have to walk away. But like I said, I think it'll be more situational if I was already with this person. Then I will have to take in, how is our relationship now? How is me and this person married? What type of bonds do we have? Are we already in a home? Do we have children? Like it's hella shit you gotta take in just for a sexual conquest. So that's my answer.
yeah, I, I just could not.
Yeah, I think it's very biased though how men are, well, not all men, because I've seen some who not cool with that either, but a lot of people, let's just say the world is more forgiving when it's women.
Yeah,
And I'm a person that believes they're both the same. Like if you're a bad man, you're a bad woman. And I don't see it no different. I know a lot of people do, but I personally don't. And a lot of women have felt fondled with women, and it's like, no, you're considered right just as if it was a man. Like I don't see you no different. So I think that the double standard is what stops a lot of people from telling and a lot of people from accepting. A lot of these people, especially we see that have been exposed, and they knew that they men was into these things. They've even tried it with them, and I think the moment the relationship goes sour, they use that as a way to get back,
that
which was
goes back into communication though, like, cause um, even though my situation is not the same, I explored something that I said I would never do because of the love I had for that person. So
right,
I didn't communicate like, listen, I'm only doing this because I love you.
right,
I did it. So then after I did it, it's like this is not really for me, but now it's a problem. You feel me? Because I didn't express the only reason I am doing this is because I love you and I don't want to lose you.
right,
If you tell that person like, listen, I ain't really down with this, but I love you, so I'm gonna try it. And then when you done tried it, you figure out that that's not for you. Now they are gonna have a problem because you weren't transparent with them.
exactly, exactly. Because I think a lot of people have been, a lot of people have been kind of nudged into the conversation, but they so shy, they shy away from it.
Right.
And it's like, no, have it. Even if you think, like, not to be funny, but with some people, but even if you think you with the straightest man, no, you need to ask straight up.
Mm-hmm.
Is this something you would consider? And make sure you're being all the way well rounded, like, because there's some beautiful, beautiful trans women that
You
I
wouldn't
know
even
a
know.
lot you wouldn't even know. So it's like, don't just make it like, oh, it's this big burly man. Like, no, it's some beautiful soft, it's some beautiful soft men. You know what I mean? So it's just like, I think we as women got to protect ourselves and and the protection starts with like you said, communication, letting somebody know, is this something you into? Whether they get mad or upset, because of course we know how some men come out. But my thing is, the more angry you is, that's telling me a lot. I'm just asking you because I think it's fair for men to ask. It's fair. I want to know. Is this something that you're into? Because it might not be something that I want to walk away with. You know?
Right.
Yeah. So I
Because I
think that.
have seen men that said that they not going for a woman being with a woman. Also.
No, I know a lot of them. They're not into that. That's not something that sexually arouses them. It's just like no, and I respect that. Just like I would respect the same if if it was this situation. I just feel like, do you,
And be honest about it.
yeah, and like you said, but make sure you're doing it for you. Don't do it because you so invested in this person. Make sure this is something you can do and be okay with if you ended up walking away or this
Yeah,
person
because
leaves you.
that resentment is real though.
Yeah.
It's not even gonna let your relationship live because after I did what I never thought I would do, the resentment for not only for yourself but for that person too. Like, because you're
Yeah.
not just gonna have because with the Amber and Brock situation,
Hmm.
I because her anger is so deadly. Like she would tell him she hope he died.
Right.
Like I mean, like really harsh stuff. Like they said harsh things to each other, but from her, you could just tell, like it was coming from her, and it was because she not only resented him for what he was doing, she really resented herself because she's still there.
Yeah. And it's something about her that's just not seeing betterment. Like, you know, she's just not seeing herself in a better space with someone else or even herself. So I understand that, but it's just simple and plain. If it's not for you, let them know early. Like, let the person know. Don't string nobody along. Just like you will want them to string you along by withholding the secret. Like, it's both parties of respect. Like,
Right.
that's what I feel with that.
So, with that being said, any topics that y'all have that y'all want to talk to us about, let us know. Like, it's a lot of topics that's like this that's out here. And even like some days, if we miss a point that you wanted to be made on there, let us know. We can always revisit something. So you can hit
Yeah,
us up at hashtag TipsyTalk@gmail.com and let us know your topics and your drink options.
exactly. Make sure you, and if you are here with us, make sure you leave a comment in the chat. We love reading comments and reviews. Just let us know.
Hit that subscribe and that notification, and we'll see y'all next week.
See y'all later.